Today we are going to be going over reviews 13 and 14 from Cheryl Wells, week 6 weeks, weeks 4 and 5 for the rest of this week. So, this week we are working on PEMDAS. We are working on parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, add, and subtract in that order. When you have multiplication and division, all of these you work from left to right if you have any of those together. Particularly multiplication, division, and then addition, subtraction. Parentheses also includes brackets. If you have any brackets, you do what's in brackets first, parentheses. Exponents we do not work with in 5th grade, but I am teaching them because you do need them for 6th grade. So I'd rather you go prepared and ready than not understand what the E stands for. Okay, number 1, which expression has a value of 23? For this type of question, you must do A, B, C, and D. Okay, so you solve them here, that's fine. Okay, I prefer that you show your work, because if you're solving them here, there's room for error, because some of you are doing okay. 7 times 3, that's 21, plus 36 divided by 12, that would be 3, so 31. See, I already made a mistake. It's very simple when you're not writing things down to make simple mistakes. So, 7 times 3 is what I do first, and then 36 divided by 12. I have them here so that I know I'm doing that first and then that. After I do this, I'm adding them both. So 7 times 3 is 21. 36 divided by 12, 3. So now I add 21 and 3, that's 24. So A is not my answer. B, I have brackets. So everything inside the bracket first, which is here, but then I do what's in parentheses first. So 72 divided by 4 would be, 4 goes into 7 one time. 4 goes into 7 one time. That leaves me 3, 32. 8 times 4 goes into 32. So 18 is what that is. Plus 11, that equals 29, minus 4 times 2, so now I do 4 times 2, which is 8. 29 minus 8 is 21. So, this is 21. Not my answer. Yes, please. Because it is kind of hard to see, right? Sorry. Okay. Letter C. Are we good? Okay. Letter C, 100 minus, so I'm doing that last. Because first I'm doing everything in my brackets. So within the brackets I have 2 parentheses. So I have 6 times 5 plus, and then I have 60 minus 7. What's 6 times 5? 30 plus 60 minus 7 is 50 something. We're going below 60. We're not going to the 50 because it's not minus 10, it's minus 7. So even if you go 60 minus 10, that gives you 50, and add 3 more because instead of the 7 you did 10. So that would be 53. So my first 2 steps are to add the product of that and the difference of that. Product and difference, 30 plus 53 is 83. So now I have 83 in a bracket, and I have 100 minus 83. So 83, 93 would be 10, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, that would be 7. 10 plus 7 is 17. Obviously that's not my answer. I already know D is going to be my answer, so I'm going to do the work here. 4 times 9 is 36. Plus 7 times 8 is 56. I do the math first. 6 plus 6 is 12. Wrong. 2, carry the 1. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 92 divided by 4. 4 goes into 9 2 times. That's 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down the 2. 12, 4 goes into 12, 3 times, 23. D is my answer. Anybody not get that answer? What'd you get?
I got 8.
8? So did you do 7 times 3 is 21?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do 36 divided by 12 is 3?
Yeah.
Did you do 21 plus 3?
Yes, it's because I messed up on D. And I accidentally did it wrong.
You messed up on D.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You messed up on D and that one was wrong. So basically what you're telling me is you had 24, 21, 17, and some other number.
Yeah.
What number did you have here? Let's just guess and say you had a 22, okay? So let me ask you something. If this is 24, is that your answer? What are we looking for?
23.
So if this is 24, is that 23? If this is 21, is that 23? If this is 17, is that 23? Okay. If this was 22, is that 23? Let's pretend this was 22. Is that 23? No. So they're all no's. What does that tell you you need to go back and do? Very good. Solve them again. Does that mean pick whichever one? No. Does that mean pick the closest one? No, because math is not gray. In other words, math is either black or white, right or wrong. It is not gray in the sense where, well, I'll pick something that's close. Close isn't right. Right is right in math. So please don't do that. Make sure that you pick the answer. If your answer is not there and there is not a choice that says not here, then that means you go back and you solve again. If you are confident about some of the other ones, then don't solve those. Solve the ones that you think maybe gave you some trouble. Okay, number 2. Which expression has a value of 45? Okay, I'm going to go with what some of you did, where you work it out within the answer choice. Let's see if we can go ahead and do that neatly. What I'm going to do is just separate these so that I'm left with space. 10 times 3? 30. Plus 75 divided by 5? 15. Equals 30 plus 15 equals? 45. Check. If you're confident in your answer, because here's what I'm going to do again. 10 times 3 is 30. Yes. Plus 75 divided by 5. Well, let me just double check. 1. Yes. 30 plus 15 is 45. Yes, yes. I'm just going to pick my F. I'm not going to solve G, H, and J. And let me tell you why. 1, your test is timed. 2, you got the right answer. You double checked your right answer, and it's right again. So are you right? Do you need to solve any of the other ones? No. Okay? Save yourself some time. Save yourself. Basically, the time you're saving here is time you can use on another problem that is going to take you a little bit longer. How many of you thought, okay, well, I solved it, that was my answer, but I need to go through the rest? How many of you went through the rest? Okay, here's the thing. In 3rd grade and 4th grade, you were taught to solve all of the answer choices, right? Yes. Again, though, in 3rd and 4th grade, the math was a little easier, wasn't it? 5th grade math requires a lot more steps. 5th grade math requires a lot more thinking. You have a lot more word problems. So in 5th grade math, my recommendation, may not be all teachers' recommendations, okay? This is just my teaching strategy, what I expect. I don't expect for you to solve everything else if you got it right and you got it right again. Here's what I don't want to see. Oh, I got it right. I did an answer for that, I did an answer for that, and I have the answer. Was that doing it again? No. Was this showing my work and proving it? Yes. This shows my proof that I was right. That's what I need. If you're right the first time, let's say you would have been, F would have been the wrong answer. G would have been the right answer. What would I have expected? If G is the right answer, what would I have expected? Show me the proof. If you have the right answer, and if you have the right answer again in your proof, do I need to see you work out H and J? No. Unfortunately, sometimes, like in number 1, we have to go all the way through A through D, right? Because D was the right answer. So there are some times that I like to start with the letter D and work my way backwards. Start with the letter A. Sometimes it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you keep track of what you're doing. And again, if you run into your right answer, you prove your right answer, there's no need to be working out any other wrong answers. Okay? Because one way to prove your answers is to prove, okay, well, all these are wrong. But that's showing proof the long way, isn't it? That's like, okay, let me prove that this one is right by proving that all these 3 are wrong. Well, doing these 3 is going to take me like another 5 minutes. Proving this one again took me 1 minute. I just saved myself 4 minutes that I can use on another problem. How many of you are with me with this strategy, that you like this idea? How many of you kind of think like it's kind of a waste of my time if I'm figuring out ones that I know are not going to be right? Okay, I agree. It is a waste of your time. Time is valuable, especially during the STAR test. Okay, again, you're not going to run into very many teachers like me. A lot of teachers expect to see UPTI tables, show all your work for every answer choice, show every, double check everything. No. Get the right answer, double check your right answer, and you're good. That's all I need. Because in real life, in the workplace, when you go and get a job, your boss is going to expect for you to do your job right, double check your work, and turn it in. He's not going to give you one project and say, okay, do your job, you do the project, and then you go and tell him, sir, can I have 3 more projects that are wrong? And you work on 3 more projects for another 2 weeks, and then you go and you turn in your original product, right? Your original project. Well, what does that show? That shows that you're not responsible. That shows that you wasted a lot of time when you could have been doing something else, right? Yes. Real life, real workplace, do it right, get your answer, move on. Okay? Number 3, it says, look at the expression below. Which equation uses parentheses and brackets to make the expression above equal 50? The numbers are the same in all of these. We're looking for the one that equals 50. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm already using what's given to me, which is everything's written out. Okay, I'm going to start with letter D first. 40 plus. I'm going to do 5 times 16. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Okay. So I have the number 80. Then I have addition. This is in brackets, so I have to do what's in brackets first, don't I? So I have to do 40 plus 80 is what? 120 divided. Now I bring down my divided by 8. Well, 8 into 12. 8 times 2 is 16. So 8 into 120 goes 1 time. That gives me 4. 8 into 40 goes 5. That answer is what? 15. I know it's not D. Okay? That would give me the 5 times 16. Do I have 5 times 16 anywhere else? No. So let's go back up to A. 40 plus 5? 45. Times 16 divided by 8. 2. Equals 45 times 2, I know, equals 90. No. Come down to C. 40 plus, and then I have brackets. Everything in the bracket, but what's in parentheses first, right? 16 divided by 8 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. So now I have a 10. I'm not working with any of this anymore. Then I have 40 plus 10 equals 50. Yes, double check that one. 40 plus, and then bracket, 5 times 16 divided by 8, parentheses, bracket. 16 divided by 8 was 2. 5 times 2 is 10. I'm done with all this, right? So I have my 10, and then I bring down my 40 plus 10 equals 50. Yes, C is my answer. Do I work out B? No. Just to double check? No. Very good. Okay. If any teacher argues that point with you and says, oh no, but I want to see you do this, I will talk to the teacher. I will let them know that's a strategy I'm teaching your teacher's Miss Cadena, so I don't really think she'll have a problem with it. But if you go and explain to her, oh look miss, but if I get the right answer and then I prove my right answer by doing it again, then I showed that I'm right, so, and then that's the argument you make. And when I say argument, I don't mean yell. I just mean you're defending what you did and you're showing why what you did is right. That's what an argument is. Okay? Number 4, look at the expression below. I have an expression without any parentheses or brackets. Okay? Which expression uses parentheses and brackets to make the expression above equal 40? So again, this is a very simple true and false question, because all of these must equal 40, right? One of these must equal 40. Another way to solve this is I know I'm going to have 1 true and 3 false. And what am I looking for? My 1 true answer. So starting here, brackets are here. 5 times 6 is plus 10 divided by 2, 20. Is 40 20? No, that's false. Okay? Here's my bracket. Here's my parentheses. 10 divided by 2, 6 plus 5, 5 times 11,
5.
false. 5 times 6 plus 10 divided by 2 equals 35, false. Obviously this one's going to be true, and I've already proved it by what? By doing the others. Do I need to solve that? No, because I did these and I proved it. Now here's the deal though. Yeah, I did these, but did I do each one of these twice?
No.
So do I need to do this one at least once?
Yes.
Yes. If you go through all of them, you get to your last answer choice. If you circle it, it's because you're confident you did all these right. Could you have made a mistake?
Yes.
How do you double check that you didn't make a mistake? By at least doing the last one. This is a complete different scenario as the other one where you run into the answer, you check it, you prove it, you're good. This one I just did them once. So 6 plus 10 divided by 2, 8. Done with all that. 5 times 8?
40.
Yes, true. Okay? Review 14. We're almost to that number 4 that you guys were having trouble with. Some of you were having trouble with it, but we'll still go over all of them. Okay, look at the expression below. Which expression uses parentheses and brackets to equal 80? All of those, but I need to use parentheses and brackets to equal 80. Okay, starting with this. 48 divided by 6. 8. 12 plus 8.
20.
Get rid of that. 20 times 4. Just double check it again. 12 plus 48 divided by 6 times 4. 48 divided by 6? 8. No longer working with that. 12 plus 8? 20. No longer working with that. Did I finish everything in the bracket? Yes, I did. 20 times 4, because I'm bringing this down. 2 times 4 is? 8. Bring my 0. 80. Proved it? Proof, and I'm right. Okay? Number 2. Oh, thank you. Okay. A lot of times also that I asked you to do on the test was when you filled in the bubble sheet, you put your answer choice, right? Well, when you're working on the test, a lot of times what I'll ask you to do is, because a lot of times you have a lot of work here, right? It's a bunch of scribbling, right? So you, next to your number, I write down the letter and I put a box around it. So that when I go back and bubble, this is all I'm looking at. Because sometimes some of you do this, where you circled an answer, and then you're like, oh no, and then you circle another answer. What does that look like? It looks like you have two circled, and then you're like, wait, did I erase the right one? Did I erase the wrong one? And then what are you stuck doing? Doing the work all over again. Okay? So, once you're confident in your answer, once you've selected your answer choice, up here by your number, just write your letter, put it in a box. Okay? Number 2. All of those are test-taking strategies, test-taking skills that if you use them, techniques, makes your testing a whole lot easier. Okay? Look at the expression below, another expression without any brackets or parentheses, so obviously the question is going to ask me to use them to equal 70. So again, 1 true, 3 false. Okay? Let's start with the bottom one. 120 minus 40 equals 80 divided by 4, 20 times 5, 100. This is false. Okay, now I'm going to come over here. My brackets are here. Within my brackets, 4 times 5 is 40 divided by 20 is 2. Cross that out because I'm done with that. 120 minus 2 is 118. False. Come up here. 40 divided by 4 is times 5. Done with this. 120 minus 50. True. Okay? And just, what did I say? When you're getting closer to the end, do you really have to work out the last one? Okay? You do. Either you prove this one right, or you prove this one wrong. Okay? Either way, you do the work however you can. Okay? I'm just going to go ahead and prove this one right by proving this one wrong. 4 times 5 is 120 minus 40. 80 minus 20 is 60. So that means this is false. Where? Oh, I'm sorry. 180 divided, see, I already made a mistake. 80 divided by 20 equals 4. So it's still false, but you see how I made a mistake because I worked quickly? Okay, again, it's very possible for anybody to make a mistake. Okay? Okay. And I put it up here by my number. Alright, it says, rewrite the expression with parentheses to equal 24. Alright, this one is one where you actually have to look at, all they want you to use is parentheses. Did they say anything about brackets? No. So, you're either going to do 8 plus 4 in parentheses times 6 divided by 3. No matter what you do, you have to come up with one that equals 24. So, I'm going to start with 8 plus 4 times 6 divided by 3. Alright, well I know 6 divided by 3 would give me a 2. So something times 2, 8 plus 4 would be 12, right? So let's try that. 8 plus 4 is 12 times 6 divided by 3 is equals 24. Am I done? Always start with the simplest thing. Put the first ones in parentheses, the last ones in parentheses. If that didn't work, your next step would be this. Put your parentheses here. If that wouldn't work, your next step would be this. Put your parentheses there only. Either way, this is pretty much the same as this. Okay? Putting the bracket here. Let's say 6 divided by 3 would have been what? 2. 4 times 2 would be 8. 8 plus 8 equals 16. So do you see how simple little things like that make a big difference in your answer choices?
At first, I didn't see how we put 8 plus 4 times 6 divided by 3 and put brackets.
You put brackets?
Yeah.
Okay, you see how brackets changes an equation? Because if I had this without brackets, it would still be 6 divided by 3 would be 2. 8 plus 4 is 12. Because remember we do addition, subtraction, and then multiplication, right? So we still would have been with what? 24. But adding a set of brackets changed the whole thing up, didn't it? Okay, number 4. Look at the expression below. We're given an expression. Rewrite the expression with parentheses only to equal 3. So I taught you 21 plus 42 divided by 7 times 3. Now, I said start with that first, right? Okay. 21 plus 42 would be 63, right? No, yes. 63 divided by 7 times 3 is 21. Alright, I've obviously got to do some math over here. 63 and 21. I know 20 goes into 60, 20, 40, 60, 3 times. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 0, that gives me 3.
I only got one wrong. Two wrong. I missed the one.
Okay.
I missed number 3, almost 14, because I thought it said bracket.